Hello, eighth graders. So my name is Aylin Hendricks, and I sent out a Google form last week, and you guys asked me some questions about high school. So I just want to take some time to answer those questions, and I made a little slideshow here. Um, I am also going to share these slides with you so you can look back at those whenever you want. But I just want to go through it with you so you guys feel a little bit more comfortable about high school when you come in August. So the first question I got was, what are schedules like? In high school, you have 7 classes, and you don't have every class every day, so it changes for the different days. So Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays are the same. You will have all 7 classes, and each class will be 50 minutes. On Wednesdays, you will have your even classes, so 2, 4, and 6. Each of those will be 85 minutes, and you will have a coach block, which is just like a study hall, a time to get your work done, and teachers can pull you into their coach class if you need to make up something, if you missed a day. So that's a really good time to get a lot of work done. I'd say high school is all about time management, so use that time wisely. I would advise you to do that. And then Thursdays are different too. You will have your odd classes, so 1, 3, 5, and 7. Each of those will be 80 minutes with a coach block after 5th period. And there's the schedule is right on the slides if you'd like to see that. You also get a copy of that before school starts in August. The next question I got was, how long are passing periods and can we bring our backpacks to class? So passing periods are 6 minutes, which sounds like a long time, but it's not a lot with the big high school. So you will not have a lot of time to use your locker, so most people bring their backpacks to class. Since you don't have enough time, you really can't use your locker, but if you would like one, you can have one. A Google form will be sent out before school starts, and you will be able to write if you would like one. And then if you're worried about carrying your textbooks around, lots of your teachers will let you leave the textbooks in class so you're not lugging them around all day, or they will let you leave them at home and tell you when to bring them to class, because you won't use it every day. But just ask them if they don't address that in the first few days. Every teacher's different, so just ask them. They're all very nice and accommodating for anything, and they want you to ask questions, so please just ask them. This is probably the most confusing thing about high school, I'd say, is the lunch. So you eat on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You will eat lunch with your 5th period. So how that works is you will find your 5th period teacher's last name on the schedule, and this is just an example schedule from this spring. You will just find your teacher's name, and then underneath the column, it'll say first lunch, second lunch, third lunch. So whatever teacher you have, let's just say I have Adams for 5th period. I will have first lunch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then since Wednesday, we don't have 5th period, you will eat with your 4th period teacher. So let's say I have Armstrong for 4th period. I will have second lunch on Wednesdays and first lunch on every other day. So if you have first lunch, you go straight to lunch after 4th period on regular days or after the next class. So you will not go to your 5th period. You will go straight to lunch, and then you will go to your 5th period after you eat. But on Wednesdays and Thursdays, since they're block periods, they're longer, you will go to your class and then go to lunch and then go back to the same class. If you have second lunch, you will always go to your class and then go to lunch and then go back to your same class. So second lunch is the easiest to remember that. If you have third lunch, you will go to your entire 5th period, and then you will go to lunch, And then after lunch, you will go to your sixth period or whatever class you have next. And then each lunch period is 30 minutes. You should have plenty of time to eat. I say we don't spend a lot of time waiting around to get our food. We get to that before the bell even rings. So you will have a lot of time, and you can sit anywhere you want in the cafeteria. We don't have assigned seats. And then as of right now, breakfast and lunch are still free to all FCHS students. So if you're worried about that, it's still free right now. I'm not sure how that's going to work next year, but hopefully it'll be the same. And then there are extras and drinks in the cafeteria, and then there are several different kinds of vending machines throughout the school, and you can get whatever you want. You can use them any time of the day. So yeah, lots of stuff there. Okay, so this was a really good question. Somebody asked, how will we know where our classes are? Or like they were asking if they would be able to come into school to find their classes before it starts. So we have a freshman kickoff event for the whole freshman class. It is the last week of July usually, and all the freshmen will come, and we give you a tour. We play lots of games. You learn a lot about the school and learn more about your classmates and more about us, mentors. And you will get put with a class about like 20, 25 kids, which will be your coach class. So that's the class you'll have on block days. So those people that are in your group on the freshman kickoff, that is going to be your class. And usually your group gets paired with about 3 to 5 mentors, and they will take you on a tour and all that and do little group things, and it's a lot of fun. So if you guys can go to that, that's great. What are some clubs or extracurricular activities? So there are a ton of clubs at the high school. So I just advise you to get involved in at least one. It's really easy. And these are just some of the main ones that I listed here, like Student Council is a big one, Dance Marathon, Mayor's Youth Council, Interact Club, and then there's, of course, your athletics, and then we also have esports if you're not really athletic, and then there's choir and band, which are all amazing clubs. They're really great. And there's also the option of starting your own club, which is really easy to do. You just have to get a teacher to sponsor you, and you just come with your idea and just get it approved, and you really have your own club. You get to start your own club. So that's a really cool idea. And then, so yeah, like I said, there are so many more clubs at FCHS, so please get involved. It's a great way to make friends. So yeah, please get involved. These are just some more little questions I got, like, are we allowed to wear hats or in hoods? Right now, you are allowed to wear hats, but you cannot wear hoods. And then, are we allowed to bring drinks other than water? Yes, drinks are allowed. You will probably see 40 people walk into school with Starbucks in their hand. It's completely normal, not against the rules, completely fine. And then phones, are phones allowed? It depends on your teacher. Technically, they're not allowed, but some teachers will let you leave them on your desk. And then obviously you can have it at lunch too. So it really just depends on the teacher, but most of the time I'd say you can have it out. But just don't sit on it because it could get taken away if you just sit on it the whole class. Is there time to hang out with friends you don't have classes with? It is likely that you may not have classes with your friends, and it is possible that you may not see them at all the whole day, which kind of stinks, but there's just so many different classes at the high school, and even if you guys take the exact same classes, it's not certain that you'd be in the same block period. So it's just really luck. But you might have lunch with them, and because there's only 3 lunches, so there's a pretty good chance you'll be eating with one of them. And then there are a ton of after-school activities, like I said, and a lot of the athletes don't practice right away and just hang out in the athletic area. So you guys, that's time for you guys to talk and hang out, and then also after school on your own time. But yeah. So it kind of stinks that it's not possible to see them all the time, but maybe hopefully you'll have lunch with them. Will I have classes with people in other grades? It is very likely that you will be in a class with people older than you. I know my freshman year, I had a math class with all seniors and juniors, so it's completely normal. Probably almost every class other than freshman-based classes you will have with older people, and that's completely normal. And then obviously if you take like AP or ACP classes, or just dual credit or whatever, you will be with older people because those are higher level classes, obviously, and they're open to anyone to take them. So you can do that as well. This was a really good question. In your opinion, was it easy getting around the high school your freshman year? I would say yes, it was easy getting around because I went to the freshman kickoff and I got to take a tour, and that was very helpful, especially being with a high school student. And I'd say it's really easy because all the hallways are labeled with like letters. So it's like A, B, C, D, E, and F. And it's like big gold letters on the top of the arches before you walk into every hallway. And I think you just have to remember that 100s are downstairs and 200s are upstairs. So for an example, let's say that I have a class in E231. This would mean I would go upstairs and find the hallway with the big E on the archway. And then you go in there and it's every hallway is a circle. So you just walk around till you find it. And then, the mentors walk you around at freshman kickoff. So hopefully that'll make it easier for you guys. What should we avoid? I'd say avoid using the main staircases because they get really busy during the day. Especially during passing period, it's really hard to get through those hallways and you'll probably be standing there for a while. There are staircases in the back of every hallway. So if you can use it, I suggest using those. Unlike the middle school, there are no forbidden staircases, so use them all. And then I said I also would avoid the cafeteria bathrooms because they get really busy as well. I'd say all the bathrooms are really busy, but the cafeteria one's always busy. You just have to time it right. And then please don't sit in the senior lounges. You will get in trouble for that. So just leave them alone. You'll get to use them when you're a senior. So. How much homework is there? So when I was in 8th grade, I definitely thought high school was going to have a lot of homework, but that really isn't the case. It kind of depends on your class. You will have homework in math class probably every day, but it's not too bad. It's never very long, and every teacher gives you time in class to work on your homework. So because they know you have after-school activities, so they won't assign that much homework for you to do. And then AP and ACP or dual credit classes will expect more from you, so you might have homework in that. And I would just say definitely use your coach time if you have classes like this because the work will pile up, so you need to get it done as soon as possible. What are finals like? So we do have finals in high school, and it's a week. It's like finals week. And last semester it was Monday, Tuesday were just review days, finishing up stuff in your classes, and then Wednesday you had period 1 and period 7 final. And then that's the only classes you'd have that day. And you have about 2 hours to take the final, and then you had to have coach in between. So you'd have like 3 hours of coach to study for other finals, which is really good, and it makes it a lot easier. So finals week isn't really that bad, I'd say. You have plenty of time to study, so you don't need to study outside of school, which I think is a plus. But also in the past, we had the option to opt out of a final, which means you don't have to take it at all, which you can't do with AP, ACP, or dual credit classes because those are like different. But I don't know if they'll bring that back, but it was kind of nice not having to take the Spanish final because it is so long. But it's really not that bad. None of the finals are really that bad. So, and then just to wrap up here, if you have any more questions or your question was not answered, please reach out to someone, whether that be your counselor, one of the high school counselors, or anybody else. You can ask them. But if your questions are more like high school based and you just want to ask one of us, save it for the kickoff and ask one of your mentors. That is what we are here for. So please ask us questions at the kickoff. Because we don't want to be sitting in silence, and we really are going to pressure you guys to ask us questions, so please ask questions. So I'll see you guys at the freshman kickoff. I hope this helped a little bit and made you guys feel a bit more comfortable. So just let me know if you guys have any more questions about anything. All right, thanks.